Hello, Nail Vibes. Amanda Yoakum here. I know December and January were very hard months for a lot of people. Not just me, not just a few people, but a lot of people. And in the trend in direct sales, December and January, June and July are the hardest months for sales. It's not just you, boo. It's all of us. And with December, it's the crazy holidays, and you know they already had their Christmas nails, they already had their stocking stuffers, they're done. January is a very long month. A lot of people end up getting into like a post-holiday blues, and they kind of just stop spending because they spent so much in the months to come. Now, I was going to be all smart and professional, and I started Googling, like, reasons why and all this stuff. And there's really not much out there besides what I've been told from my past companies. But I did come across this article in Forbes. Yeah, I don't read Forbes much, but I found this article in Forbes, and they were talking about the hardest month for sales, of direct sales, for any kind of sales. They were talking about it. They're like, why is this January such a hard month for sales? And the guy's like, well, let me tell you why. And he started listing January, blah, blah, blah. And he went through all 12 months, and every month you can find an excuse for that's the hardest month of the year. And basically at the end of it, he was like, dude, you got to hustle no matter what the deal is. So it's that kind of like, oh, Sting, you're so right. It is not just 4 months of the year that's hard. Every month we can find an excuse to say it's hard. We can find an excuse to say, I don't have the money, or I don't have the energy, or my family's out of town, or my family's sick, or I don't have enough parties going on, I don't have enough sales. Well, guys, listen, that means we need to step up our hustle a little more. In December, so my personal story for December and January, not that it matters, is December I did take 2 months off for the holiday. Not 2 months, 2 weeks off for the holidays, and I was very intentional with my family. Intentional is a very strong word that I took on about a couple of years ago. And for those 2 weeks, I kind of put my personal sales on hold, put team trainings on hold, and just did family, because you know we can do that. But as a team, as a whole, we all kind of got stuck. Come January, I suffered with some a couple weeks of really, really bad anxiety and depression, and that I just couldn't. I finally kicked it the past week or so, actually. But that also put a kink in my leadership and a kink in my sales. Like, to be honest, I haven't had a party in December or January. I haven't. I have people who want to have a party, 6 people, and I haven't been able to just mentally do it. And so why all this talk is coming is not because I had this great power or great knowledge. I looked for amazing information on this. Instead, I'm going to come give you a raw session and the game plan I'm going to do for myself personally. And for 2019, my word is forward. That is meaning I've owned my mistakes. I dropped the ball in December. I own that January is a hard month. But you know what? I'm going to forgive myself, and I'm going to move forward. Just like dieting. I stunk last weekend and drank way too much wine, and that was way too many points. But you know what? I'm going to forgive myself, and I'm going to move forward. Because we have to allow ourselves forgiveness. If we can forgive our team members and our VIPs, why can't we forgive ourselves? So what I want you to do right now is to forgive yourself for the hard months of December and January. I want you to forgive yourself and say, you know what? Those 2 months sucked. My business took a dive. I forgive myself, and say your name. Forgive yourself. Because you know what? It happens. We're human. And the glory about this business is if I need to take 2 weeks off to be a mom, my team may suffer, my paycheck may suffer, but in the long run, their well-being and me being intentional with them is a lot better. But I have to forgive myself on the business side of saying, yeah, I dropped the ball. I dropped it big time. So that's why at the beginning of January 2019, once again, I love being intentional, and I said if I can be consistent with the daily to-do list, which this past few days, they've been more like evening to-do lists, like make sure you've checked these off today because the day is over. I started posting those. I learned Google because I need to make a change. I needed an easier way to stay organized, easier way to keep up with the gifts I owe to send out to my VIPs or to y'all. I needed a way to hold myself accountable with girls' night. I love a girls' night, but guess what? When I make that template, it's so much work that I go, Amanda, you might as well pre-schedule that on your Thursday or Friday game night and do it. I can give y'all all the information, and I'm just like y'all. I am giving myself the information, but unless I do my to-do list or do the girls' night or do the party that I have all these tools for that I gotten from Kelly, from Stacy, from Becky, from Lauren, from all these people, and from Rachel, I can list and list of people who are helping me and helping us build our team files. Rachel and Katie and Jessica, like it goes on and on and on. But if I don't personally use those, my business is not going to do well. Now, I'm normally about 2,400 in sales with my eyes closed. Some months are 4,000 in sales with my eyes closed. The past 2 months, my sales have been right around 1,400, 1,700, which is not bad. But it's because I stopped doing parties. December, I took off because it was the holiday. January, I took off because I mentally literally couldn't fathom doing that. And so my sales were a lot lower. So if you are pushing for bonus qualifying and that is your main goal, and remember, I've been in this for a very long time, and from the very beginning I've had very high sales. Not like, whoa, it was me, I'm awesome, but sales is just the easy part for me. But if your goal is to bonus qualify and you can't seem to get past $72, we need to look back, evaluate ourselves, forgive ourselves first, and say, what am I not doing? Why am I not getting there? For instance, last month, I go, why am I not hitting 2,400? And my husband goes, because, he hears me talking to myself all the time. He goes, because you haven't had a online party all month. I go, duh, I'm an idiot. Like, I'm telling y'all to do 6 parties a day. A month. And I'm not even doing that. So why am I hard on myself saying, oh, my month was so bad, woe is me? Well, Amanda, girl, you didn't do a party. Of course your stuff's going to be low. So that's what I'm taking from it. So what I decided after January was a very hard month on lots of levels, lots of team levels, lots of personal sales, personal levels. And February 1, I said, all right, something has to change. The way I'm doing things has obviously not worked for me the past 2 months. So something has got to change. So what I'm doing is I am starting back like I am a brand new stylist. Not like I've been in this business for almost 2 years. I'm going back the way I was the first moment I got my kit. I'm going to be sending out samples. Guys, remember I used to be the one say 100 new people, 100 new samples, get it and do it. I just sent samples out to my November, December request. Amanda, I'm talking to myself again. Think how many sales I missed in November, December. People asked me for samples and I just sent them last week. So I'm putting on the mindset of being a brand new stylist. What did I do that first month, the first 2 months to earn all those jump starts? I sent samples. I had my own launch party. I had people host parties online in real life. So what I'm challenging y'all is if you are struggling and you can't get out of your funk, but you want this, and it's not the fact that it's not for those who like, I'm going to add you to a group, I'm going to add you to a thread. If you don't want to work it, then I don't know. Just don't. That's your choice. You don't have to bonus qualify every month. Only time you have to bonus qualify is once every 6 months. So if you don't want to bonus qualify except for twice a year, then that's totally your prerogative. But I would reach out to your leader and let her know, hey, I'm just in this for fun. I only, I'm going to bonus qualify to stay active, and that's about it. But your leaders, your uplines are not messaging you to hassle you. They're trying to encourage you. And use the resources that we've provided and given. And I'm speaking to myself. I got to use what I do to do I can tell you all day long to do it, but I too have to do it for my own business. We are back to the basics. I want you to light that. If you have the desire to get your Color Street business up, I want you to start at the basics. Send those samples, get those parties booked. As in the 6 girls in December said I want a party, and I kind of didn't really respond, or respond with, oh, I'll get back to you later. I'm going to say, hey, I'm sorry, I dropped the ball. I would love to help you host a nail party. Can we get it on the books for February and March? And you know, that got to follow up. But number one is you must forgive yourself. Your leaders, I know, are working very hard in giving incentives and encouraging. But if you don't want it, you know, that's something you need to decide yourself. I know on Nail Vibes and The Real Deal, I know for a fact they want to see you succeed more than themselves. They want to see you be able to change stuff, even if it's just getting the extra large Yeti instead of the 20 ounce, or if it's getting guacamole on your taco, or getting a glass of wine at a restaurant with a girlfriend and you want that to pay for it. It doesn't have to be to get a yacht. I mean, if you wanted to give me a yacht, I would take a yacht. But I like being able to have a glass of wine with my girlfriends and say, you know, I earned that. I deserve that. So all this is saying is we are all there. And another point I want to say too. I talked to a couple leaders, a couple of stylists yesterday, more than one, about when you see people's success. Now, guys, it is awesome. And when I see those rank charts, all I do is look for your name. I'm looking for your name. I'm really not looking at the number over there. I'm looking at your name. I'm looking to say, oh my goodness, Nail Vibes. Guys, we had a lot of Nail Vibers in the top 10. The Real Deal was top 10 in group volume in the entire company. Guys, that is huge. That is a huge milestone for Rachel and all of her leaders, and that is amazing. But I'm not going to compare, but also I don't want you to compare yourself to those type of stats, or I want you to compare yourself to other people's things, because you know what? Put your blinders on and focus on you. We are our own worst personal critics, but when we start comparing ourselves and our journeys to others, it's literally Satan stealing your joy. So what I'm saying with all that is look for your friends' names. Don't look at your friends' numbers. Does that make sense? And be proud that you're on Nail Vibes and Team Nailed It and The Real Deal and whatever team you're on. I don't know all the names, but be proud to be part of that, because you are a part of that. You are part of why these people are up there and being number 1 and number 10 and number 25. But you're a part of that. So take pride in being excited. Like, yeah, I know her. I know that girl. I might not have met her in real life, but I know her. So, but you can't compare your journey with anybody else's. Literally, if I did that, I have enough issues. I don't need to add comparison to it. You do the very best you can do. So basically I want you to forgive yourself. I want you to pick yourself up. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes after this video to forgive yourself. And then we're not looking back again. We're going to take on the word forward. You're welcome to use that word too. It's my favorite. We're going to move forward. We are not looking back. We're not comparing ourselves to other people. We're going to do the best we can. But guess what? We're going to step up the notch of the best we can do. We're going back to the basics. We're going to be getting samples on people. We're going to be booking those online parties, having those girls' nights, interacting with our VIP, because that is the bread and butter to your company. I was talking to leaders who are not part of Team Nailed It, not part of the Unicorns, completely different teams, and they were very frustrated that their sales for launches have been low lately. And I go, no, we're doing good. And I came to realize is y'all have such an excitement about releases. Y'all have such excitement. Like, I am in a lot of y'all's VIP page, and I see that y'all genuinely love the product. And because of your excitement to your VIPs will engage, and they want that too. So it's also, y'all do an extremely good job hyping up, in a good way, the product and being genuinely excited. When you're genuinely excited about something, people are going to watch. I know a lot of people do not post about Color Street or their nails on their personal page, which is great. But those of you who follow me or for friends in real life or on the internet know I post about almost everything except for some private parts and poop. You know, that's what I do. And if I didn't talk about Color Street or my nails, I wouldn't be being true to who I am. I'm not saying go spam your personal wall with graphics from the back office. No, I'm saying be excited about your nails. Hold your thing like I'm on day 85. Like, I'm pretty sure I've done a picture like this. I'm on day 85 of weight loss, and I have to drink so much water. And I don't even talk about my nails, but people are like, girl, what you got on? I need that. And sure enough, they go and buy it. You don't have to be spamming about it, but it's also, I think, okay to be watching your life. And if Color Street's a big part of it and you're excited about the nails and your nails make you feel pretty, it's okay to tell people your nails make you feel pretty. So once again, I try to find great quotes and information about why these past 2 months have been so hard. And really, the answer Forbes told me is every single month we can find an excuse that's hard. You just gotta hustle a little more. And I was like, duh. And it was a good wake-up call for myself. I was like, it's not just you know, me or my woes or my excuses. It's everywhere. So once again, forgive yourself, move forward, and get back to the basics. So after this call, you have 5 minutes to be mopey and sad and frustrated about December and January. 5 minutes. My husband literally will say, if I'm like, he goes, okay, 5 minutes. And he'll set his watch or his phone 5 minutes. And he goes, when the 5 minutes is up, I don't want to hear about it anymore. Got to move on. So you have 5 minutes, set your timer, to be sad and mopey about it. And then that 5 minutes up, we're not talking about December or January again. We're done. We're over. Move forward. You're going to forgive yourself. We're going to move forward. And you're going to post who wants a sample. You're going to get back to those ladies who want to have a party with you. Reach out to your hostesses in the past from 2018. Say, hey girl, your party in 2018 was awesome. Let's do a 2019 party. We got Valentine's, we got St. Patrick's Day, we got lots of nails, girl. Most things are in stock, which is rare. It's time to have a party. So let's follow up and get back on it, and let's do it. So, sorry I didn't have more profound and smart things to say, but girl, I know how I was with you last 2 months. I was, but you know what? I've forgiven myself, and we're moving forward. Those of you who are leaders with people below you, if you just have one person below you, I want you to don't lose track of your own personal business. Be the best leader you can be, but do not lose track of your personal business. Okay? That's my advice for my leaders or anyone with stuff, with people below them. All right, girls, I love y'all. I'm so very proud of y'all. Y'all just, you know, you make me happy and make me want to work even harder. All right, love each and every one of y'all. We'll talk soon. Bye, guys.